Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Well Done Wednesday. It's Mark Wilkinson here. I've got some top tips for you today. I'd love you to be involved as well. Why don't you pop your top tips, or indeed any quotes that have resonated with you, or anything that you think is of relevance that gets people going and gets people buzzing. Pop it into the comments wherever you're watching from, and I can put you onto the screen with me, and we can discuss it as well. So, as I say, it's Well Done Wednesday. It's top tips, things to think about, things to get us moving over the hump. Our American brothers and sisters call it Hump Day, don't they? Because you're getting towards the weekend, although every day is pretty much the same at the moment. But look, it's less than 2 weeks until Life Remix comes out, so we're buzzing about that. But the top tips today, there's some great ones. I'm just going to share one of my sort of morning processes with you about how I'm thinking and what I'm doing. First of all, I pick up my Take 3 journal. These guys, Matt and Till, have done a great job with this Take 3 journal. 3 things to be grateful for, past and present. So I can easily think of those because I've got so much to be grateful for. It's incredible now. But it wasn't always that way. I had to start off again from pretty much nothing towards the end of my 30s. But I just got grateful even then. I got grateful for even teeny tiny little things that you wouldn't normally even be grateful for, but I chose to do it because I was taught the power of it. But then 3 things to be grateful for the future. So I'm thinking about the future, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see that coming to us. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'll tell you what else I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Brandon Block, Dean Thatcher, and Max from Flying Records, the three guys joining me tonight at 7:30 p.m. live. If you want to be a part of that stream, get your questions ready and pop them onto the screen as well, because that's going to be a bit of a riot this evening, 7:30 p.m. live. Thank you, Glenn. Excellent to have you on board. Happy Wednesday, Mark, and everyone listening. Have a great day. Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. Start with 3 things to be grateful for. Absolutely brilliant. Morning. I reckon that could be Diane. I'm not sure, but good morning, guys. It's great to have you here. I would say, think about 3 things to be grateful for every morning. If you can do 10, even stronger, but start with 3 so you can get going. 3 for the past and present, 3 for the future. And then today's take, I like this, and I'm going to read lots of little quotes today. And if you've got quotes that you want to put into the screen or anything like that, then please do just pop them in. We've got someone who says we'll be watching tonight. Excellent. Yeah, that's going to be a riot tonight at 7:30 p.m. So we're starting with Take 3 journal, things to be grateful for. I open my eyes, I'm like grateful for another day. Let's go again. I think that comes from the fact that it was times when I was unhappy, sick and broken, suicidal at times, when I had my disease was so bad in my body. I've just learned to just be really, really grateful to wake up without any pain, right? I mean, yes. But today's take, those that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that usually do. Those that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are usually the ones that do. Very, very good. Very good. So that's like a quick start. And then they've got some things for mirror work when you obviously look in the mirror, and I can look at myself, but you guys can go and look at a mirror. I'm a magnet attracting abundance into my life every single day. Start with these positive thoughts, start to reprogram your belief systems. Tony Robbins calls them BS, right? It could mean something else. But we have a lot of belief systems in us, don't we? We have a lot of belief systems. Where have they come from? He said that, he does this, or he said that, so that means that, or she did this, or she said that, so that means that. It's all belief systems, and what I've found is actually to get beyond those belief systems, almost unlearn everything that I'd been taught and actually relearn in a new way. And I've got a whole definition of life and love around total acceptance. It is what it is. Let's just get on with it and enjoy every single moment. So, other top tips and things that are kind of like resonating with me at the moment. And by the way, feel free to share yours in the chat box. I love to hear quotes that are resonating with you or things you picked up from other places. And I'm more than happy to have you on the screen with me, of course, as well. One of the things that I love is that every day is a school day to all of us. If you meet anyone who thinks they know it all and they know everything, then they're not prepared to learn. They're not open-minded enough to actually learn something new, perhaps. I heard Bob Proctor say this the other day, and I love it. A certain amount of confidence is required to be able to learn. If you've got too little confidence, then you're going to think you're not good enough. Oh, I can't do that. I'll never be able to do that. Whatever it is you want to learn, I can't do that. It won't happen for me. Blah, blah, blah. And you've got too little confidence, and it's not going to work, right? And if you've got too much confidence, then you're going to think you know everything and no one can teach you anything, right? But somewhere in the middle there's that middle ground where it's like, well, actually, I am confident. I know enough about myself and life and what it is that I'm looking to achieve, but I clearly haven't got enough information in that area or that area or that area. And as soon as I start to bring that information in, I can change my life because other people are doing it. So why can't I do it? So I think it's a really important point, enough confidence that you want to learn, that you want to grow. And by the way, I'm still learning, still growing all the time. I've got coaches and mentors and people that I respect and people that teach me things, of course. Nobody knows everything, but it's good, right? It's good to actually keep having that level of confidence that you want to keep studying, keep learning, keep growing, keep improving every single day. The whole thing about leadership is just continual improvement, just a little bit more every single day. What can I do a bit more today? A bit more today. What can I have a bit more today? So, a certain amount of confidence is required. Would you agree? I don't know. What's your experiences of that kind of stuff? As I say, every day is a school day. What can we learn today? I'm going to be out and about and doing a few things today and then back with meetings all afternoon, online, of course. But I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded to every possibility, and I'll listen to every single person and then make some progress so that when I'm relaxing this evening, it's all good. So this is a great quote as well. I love this. The more you learn, the more you earn. Yeah, the more you learn. So if you've got that certain amount of confidence and you're prepared to learn, the more you learn, the more you earn. And I have just grasped that. I didn't really learn anything for 20 years, right? Or probably longer. I was a DJ. I played records. I traveled around the globe, 65 countries, resident DJ at Ministry of Sound. I did all this stuff, right? But I didn't really learn anything. Well, after I'd learned to mix two records together and realized, okay, this works, and people liked the records I was playing, that's it. I didn't really learn anything else. I just went off and did that for 20 years. But eventually that sort of ran out of steam, as you can imagine, as I did as well, obviously with the disease and everything else and the bankruptcy that followed. So tough times, but actually things that made me sort of become more open-minded and go, right, well, hang on a second, I need to look at this in a different way. So the more I learn, the more I earn. And that's just simple fact, right? So think about it today. What are you doing to learn extra? Are you going to take half an hour today to read a book? Are you going to take 20 minutes today to feel grateful for things? Are you going to listen to this video? I don't know. It's up to you, right? But the point is that, get yourself out there. And a lot of people, I come across this a lot. A lot of people are saying that they should do this. I should do that. I should do that. I should. Tony Robbins calls that shoulding all over yourself. Don't do that. Okay. So, forget about all your shoulds. And this is a great one from TR himself. He says, turn all your shoulds into musts. Right. So it's not like shoulding all over yourself. Oh, I should read that book. Oh, I should listen to what Mark's saying about this gratitude journal or Kevin Green's book, or, I should be doing that. I should be doing that. No. You can change that straight away and say, well, I could be doing that, because that kind of opens it up completely, doesn't it? If you're should, you're making yourself feel bad almost, right? But if you're saying, well, I could, that suddenly opens things out a bit more, doesn't it? It makes you go, well, I could learn that. I could study something. So that's a good start. A great one I got as well from UPW and Tony Robbins is about turn your shoulds into musts. Yeah, turn your shoulds into absolute musts. Chandra says she's going to attend a Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. tonight. Or he says, sorry, Chandra. Says he's going to attend a Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. tonight. That's great. That's turning a should into a must. Do it. Take action. Get going. Bearing in mind, 7:30 p.m. tonight, I'll be interviewing a few of the old Flying Records lot, so that's going to be interesting as well. But you can always watch it on catch up, Chandra. But yeah, turn your shoulds into musts. When desperation meets inspiration, that's when things start to happen. And I was desperate, but also inspired. And so really, really important. So turn that desperation into inspiration, and also turn your shoulds into musts, because that's when you'll get moving. And when you get moving, then you can start to think about yourself in a really kind of like more positive light, because you see the growth. When you see the growth, you start to feel good. And when you start to feel good, life starts to get better. And the more positive energy you put out, the more positive energy comes back. I promise it works. I would also say that investing in yourself is the ultimate self-love. I have invested in myself so much in the last 12 years. I didn't do much at school. I got a bit bored at times. I wasn't the best student at school. I couldn't see the point of it half the time. All my school reports said Mark's an intelligent boy, but he doesn't apply himself. Yeah, probably true. I always loved music, and I went off into the world and played music for 20 years and went around the globe and did all kinds of stuff. It was great until it wasn't. But I never invested in myself very much at all. I was just paying the bills and living and doing whatever I thought was right, but I wasn't actually doing enough. And I think it's really, really important to start to think about investing in yourself as much as possible. Morning, Gary. Gary says, great advice. That's it, mate. Thank you very much. Top tips for a well done Wednesday, for a Wednesday morning. Please feel free, guys, to share any of yours. I love hearing from you. I've normally got a few of the guys sharing Bob Proctor quotes and stuff like that. If anything that resonates with you, let other people hear it, and I'll pop you all on the screen. It's all good to me. But turning your shoulds into must is that's powerful. The next time you catch yourself saying, "Oh, I should do that," no, I must do that. Yeah, and the more you talk to yourself in that inner voice, start saying, not making excuses, but actually saying, no, I must do that. I must do that. I must do that. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Here he is, bang on time. Here's Matt. Lovely. Top man. You knew I was talking about you, Matt. If you can't, you must. If you must, you can. Tony Robbins. Bingo. Absolutely brilliant, Matt. I'm loving the fact that you're going through this journey as well, Matt. It's beautiful to see. You can create anything you want. You can create anything you want to do as long as you face your fears and you go for it. It's what obviously we were talking about on the recent Ask Mark Anythings and Life Remix samples. It's so important. It's so important. Motivate yourself. Get going. If you must, you can do it. I'll tell you what, I must release Life Remixed in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a must for 10 years. In fact, all the time you've known me, Matt, I've had this vision in my mind of I am working my daily to get there to be able to release this book. That's what it was about, Matt, when you met me. So, it's been a must, and it continues to be a must, and it will be a must for the next 10 years of my life. I must do more, I must reach more, I must help more. I'm going to be volunteering and doing all kinds of stuff in schools, in prisons, potentially with teenagers and gang members and all that kind of stuff. There's going to be so much that's going to happen off the back of this because of the positive vibes that I put out and that you guys obviously respond to, which I absolutely love. So absolutely brilliant. That's great. Thank you for sharing. I would say, as I said, investing in yourself is the ultimate self-love. And you need to love you. If you don't love you, then no one else is going to love you. We often make the mistake of going to other people for love or other people for money or other people for, well, if they pay me, then it must be all right. Or if she loves me or he loves me, then it must be all right. I must be all right. It's a massive mistake. It's a massive mistake. It starts here. It starts with you. It's something that I had to realize in order to be able to become successful and happy and healthy and wealthy. And it's so important. And I'm sharing it with you guys because I want the same for all of you. I promise you. I really do. I really do. So there's some top tips. I've got a couple more for you as well. I love to read a few things from books and stuff like that. This is Kevin Green's book, The Rich Rules. Kevin is my business coach and mentor. He's a top fellow, UK based here. He lives in Wales, but he's an absolutely wonderful guy. The sooner we can all get back in a conference room and attend one of Kevin's events will be great as well. I'm really looking forward to that. But he's got a couple of I've highlighted. I like to go through books and highlight things in the books because they're things that sort of jump out at me and make me think about my day and how I'm going to get things done. This is a beauty. Delegate, but don't abdicate your responsibilities. Many people, I find this a lot, many people who try to set up businesses, they're trying to set up a business to be able to then push it away so that they don't have to deal with it anymore. It doesn't work that way. Set up a business you love, set up something that you're absolutely passionate about, that you can't get enough of, and then bring in other people so that you can step away from it a little bit, but delegate. Don't abdicate your responsibilities. You are ultimately always responsible. You're ultimately always responsible for that business, those people, the whole thing. So only go into business if you're happy to take on that responsibility. And then find great people. Trust me, I don't know everything. I'm not great with accounts and numbers and all that kind of stuff, but I pay other people to take care of it for me so that I can concentrate on this bit because this is the bit that I love to do. So find out what it is that you love to do and then do it. And here's another beauty from Kevin as well. This is so important. This is so important. Attitude will determine your altitude in business. Your attitude will determine your altitude in business. Whatever you do, if you're working for someone else or starting your own businesses or doing your own stuff, whatever you do, your attitude will determine that altitude of where you're going to reach to. And most people don't really spend a lot of time sorting out their own attitude, do they? This is your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. When you get your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions all lined up, that's your attitude to life, and that's what happens. But many people's thinking might be a bit haywire, or a bit up and down, and left and right, and doubts and fears and worries, anxieties, and all the things that I deal with in Life Remixed. All these things going on, and then that impacts on our subconscious mind, and then our actions don't get us the results that we would really like. So you must work on, if you work on your attitude, it will determine how far you can go. And I want every single one of you listening and being here with me to step up and get on with it, right? Because that's what it's about. You know, even in these tough times, there's plenty we can be doing. You know, it could be releasing a book if you wanted to. You could be doing anything, basically. So it's entirely up to you. So I'll finish off this morning. I've got my little Road to Success, this little book here. I've picked out a couple of quotes that I love. See what you think about these. I can't imagine a person becoming a success who doesn't give their all in the game of life. And that's Walter Cronkite. So that was 1916. He wrote that. I can't imagine a person becoming a success who doesn't give their all in this game of life. It's true, isn't it? Are you giving your all right now? Yeah. Are you going out today on Wednesday to give it your best shot and give it everything you've got? I don't know. I know I am, but are you? So, you know, you have to answer that question. And here's another one. There is only one success: to be able to spend your life in your own way. So how many of you today are spending your life in your own way? It's a tough question, isn't it? It's actually a tough question. One of the goals that Emma and I set was to do what we like, when we like, with who we like. To do what we like, when we like, with who we like. And we still work on that every single day. But it's a great goal. It's a wonderful way to live. We're very close to it, to be honest. Very, very, very close to it. You know, I'd say over the next couple of years, that will be our lives completely. But we set that goal probably 3-4 years ago. What we like, when we like, with who we like. And we're just working and working and working and working towards it in a way that we enjoy. And you can have the same, I promise you. Let's do a couple more. Let's do a couple more from the Road to Success. And let's do a couple of random ones like, Lucky Dip. Here we go. This is from 496 BC. Human nature doesn't really change. This is 496 BC. Success, remember, is the reward of toil. The juxtaposition of life is, most people got a life. I don't want to work really hard, but I'd like to have a wonderful lifestyle. Doesn't quite work like that unless you win the lottery or you're born into a lot of money, right? So the point is that it's your choice, but the way you have to do this, if you don't want to work hard, you have to work really hard so that you don't have to work hard. Ta-da! You know, it's just one of those things that you have to go with, right? But yeah, I mean, work hard. If you're doing something you love, it's not necessarily hard work, is it? So enjoy every second of it. And here we go. Let's go again. The person who makes a success of living is the one who sees their goal steadily and aims for it unswervingly. That is dedication. Dedication, persistence. You know, these are things that must be held close to you. If you're dedicated and you're persistent and you keep going and you can't be knocked off course because you start with the end in mind, you know the end goal, you know where you're going, then you're purposeful. And I talk a lot about purpose, vision, and goals, which I learned from Bob Proctor, who has kindly endorsed Life Remixed. There he is up there. There's Bob. There's Bob endorsing Life Remixed. And there's that's me and Bob up there. Ooh, that's me and Bob up there. I can't do it quite right. It's over there anyway. You can see him. He's over there. That's me and Bob over there when I went to Arizona. And then next to it is Kevin Green and myself up there in the corner as well. That way. There's Kevin. The first time I met Kevin back in January, about 3 or 4 years ago now, probably 4 years ago now. These guys inspired me. They can inspire you. I hope I inspire you as well. I want every single one of you to have a brilliant Wednesday. I've got nothing but love and admiration for every one of you. Just remember, you can pre-order at markwilkinsonofficial.com for Life Remixed, but in a couple of weeks, it's going to be out on Amazon. So your shout, of course, but you can pre-order and we will gladly send you a copy with my signature on it. To say hello and thank you for buying it. And then, yeah, tonight, don't forget tonight at 7:30 p.m., I'm going to have the joy of Flying Records Part 2 with Dean Thatcher, Brandon Block, and Max joining me for an impromptu conversation, which would probably lead to some riotous laughs and some great memories. And this seems to have struck a chord with a lot of people as well, actually, looking back at a few of our fun days, but also working out how we've remixed our lives, because we lived one life in DJing and music, and then many of us are living another life doing something different and helping the world in a different way. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure we're all going to learn something about some of our favourite people. And this is a series that's going to continue. It's exciting times. So look, guys, lots of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And I'll see you this evening at 7:30 p.m.